Stop right there. Before you keep scrolling, let me hit you with a question that will shatter everything you thought you knew about life. Do you honestly believe that being good keeps you protected? Do you think kindness acts as some kind of shield? That generosity creates unbreakable loyalty? That raw honesty commands real respect? If you said yes to even one of those, prepare yourself, because you're about to face the most toxic myth society has ever fed you. The deadliest error anyone makes is assuming goodness equals safety. But here's the raw, ugly reality. Goodness is like a wildfire. It consumes everything you've carefully constructed. Your connections, your opportunities, your ambitions, your entire foundation. Niccolò Machiavelli saw it all firsthand. He observed virtuous leaders crumble. He watched compassionate rulers get torn apart. He saw generous souls stabbed in the back by the people they lifted up, and he put the brutal truth on paper. Today I'm exposing his concealed wisdom to you, the devastating price of unchecked goodness that no one dares mention. In the next few minutes you'll understand exactly why your so-called goodness is quietly making you fragile, why people don't honor your kindness, they prey on it, and most crucially how to flip goodness from your biggest liability into your deadliest asset. But let's get one thing straight right now. I'm not telling you to turn evil. I'm not pushing you to harm others. What I'm revealing is how to practice goodness with precision, not recklessly. Because in a jungle crawling with predators, acting like prey is a death sentence. Right now, I want you to type this affirmation in the comments. I choose strategic goodness. From this moment forward, everything shifts. No more blind kindness, only calculated, powerful goodness. In this breakdown, we'll expose why goodness rarely safeguards you, and often ruins you instead, and we'll map out precisely how to weaponize it into genuine strength. Let's dive into the first brutal revelation. Number 1. Goodness as vulnerability. Picture the nicest person in your circle. Now ask yourself, are they genuinely admired, or are they just the go-to fix when someone needs a favor? The harsh fact: constant goodness paints a target on your back. When you're reliably kind, people clock you as predictable. They know you won't push back. They know no isn't in your vocabulary. They know they can overstep because you're too decent to retaliate. You turn into the workplace pushover, the friend who foots every bill, the relative who drops everything to help, even when it wrecks you. I once knew an incredible team leader, always supporting his people, always taking the fall for them, always prioritizing their wins. What happened? They passed him over for promotion. Why? Because overly nice people don't project leadership, they project servitude. People don't revere your goodness, they weaponize it. When your assistance is endless, it loses all value. When boundaries don't exist, people trample them non-stop. When you never bare your fangs, everyone assumes you're toothless. Your goodness morphs into weakness the instant it broadcasts that you're exploitable. Machiavelli nailed it. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. You've been trying to get by as a lamb in a pack of wolves. That's precisely why the bites keep coming. Drop this in the comments right now. I protect my energy. Number 2, the generosity trap. This one will rattle you. The more freely you give, the less people truly value it. Counterintuitive? Absolutely. But listen closely. Generosity sparks instant praise. They cheer, they compliment, they broadcast how amazing you are. It feels incredible until the twist hits. Over time, your giving spawns dependence, entitlement, and finally bitterness. Break it down. Help someone once, they're thankful. Twice, they're appreciative. 10 times, they start demanding it. Your extraordinary kindness turns into their baseline expectation. Stop the flow, and they forget the mountain of times you delivered. They fixate on the single refusal. Suddenly you're the selfish monster. Think of parents who spoil their kids endlessly. Early gifts bring joy and thanks. Soon, those gifts are just what parents do. Deny one request, and the kids explode, labeling you unfair. Sigh. Me dynamic in friendships. You always cover dinner. You always chauffeur. You always help with moves. At first, gratitude flows. Eventually, thanks vanish. They just presume you'll handle it. When you need reciprocity, crickets. They're too busy. This is the generosity trap in full effect. You pour until giving defines you. The second you pause or need something back, you're cast as the antagonist. Psychologically, it's hedonic adaptation at work. We normalize positives fast. Special becomes standard. Generous becomes owed. Your repeated kindness fades into background noise. But one no. That screams. That's what sticks. That's what they rage about. It plays out everywhere. At work, constant late nights become invisible, until you clock out on time and suddenly you're uncommitted. In relationships, endless compromise becomes the default, until you hold firm and you're difficult. Machiavelli understood, benefits ought to be conferred gradually, and in that way they will taste better. Scarcity breeds value. Flooding the market destroys it. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I give strategically. Number 3. The mask of virtue. This might sting, but society worships appearances over substance. People don't care about your inner goodness. They care about how virtuous you seem. To hold power and respect, you must master the art of wearing virtue like armor while wielding control underneath. Study the most accomplished people around you. Did pure niceness get them to go? Here? Hardly. They mastered selective virtue, showing it when it advances them, concealing softness when strength is required. They beam benevolence publicly, but execute ruthless choices privately. They extend mercy strategically and project force when essential. This isn't hypocrisy, it's tactical brilliance. A surgeon slices you open to heal you. Is that cruelty? No, it's necessary goodness, even if it hurts short-term. True leaders grasp that authentic goodness sometimes demands looking harsh temporarily. Helping often means denying. Protecting the group means unpopular calls. The mask isn't deceit, it's timing. It's knowing when to reveal warmth and when to flash steel. Most get it wrong. They bear weakness to adversaries and strength to allies. The wise reverse it. Machiavelli put it perfectly, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Perception molds reality. Appear weak, and you become prey. Appear strong, and you command. Drop this in the comments, I control my image. Number 4, the economics of power. Everything carries a price tag. Every favor, every reluctant yes, every hour poured into others instead of your own growth. Most good people ignore the math. They pour until empty, then wonder why exhaustion, resentment, and exploitation follow. Truth, your time, energy, and resources are limited. Divert them outward endlessly, and nothing remains for you. That's not selfishness, it's reality. Recall airplane oxygen masks. Secure yours. First, then assist. Why? If you black out helping others, everyone loses. Life mirrors this. Drain yourself for others, and you become the one needing rescue, now a liability instead of a resource. The wise guard their reserves fiercely. Not out of malice, out of sustainability. I lived this mistake for years. Yes to every ask, every favor, every quick question that ate days. I thought it was virtuous. Instead, resentment built. Anger simmered. My goals stalled. My capacity to help anyone, including those who mattered, shrank. The epiphany. Saying yes to all is saying no to yourself. Abandon yourself long enough, and you abandon everyone. History's greatest givers weren't yes machines. They said no to almost everything so their yeses could be monumental. Machiavelli knew, he who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Command starts with self-mastery. Your time, your energy, your life. Drop this affirmation. I protect my resources. Number 5, strategic deployment of virtue. I'm not advocating coldness. Mercy, honesty, generosity, they're vital. But they must function like precision tools, deployed deliberately, at optimal moments, for maximum impact. A blade gathering dust helps no one. In expert hands, at the decisive instant, it conquers empires. Apply the same to your goodness. Make help purposeful. Make mercy calculated. Make generosity outcome-driven. Example: don't sprinkle aid thinly everywhere. Concentrate massively on the right recipients. Don't be mildly sant to all. Be extraordinarily kind to strategic allies. Don't yes everything. Deliver thunderous yeses aligned with your vision. This creates 3 power shifts. Your aid gains rarity value. Your impact scales massively through focus. Respect surges because selectivity signals strength. Look at transformative figures. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't softly polite toward oppression. He challenged it fiercely. Mother Teresa didn't aid indiscriminately. She zeroed in on the utterly destitute. Goodness, yes, but laser-focused. In daily life, before any yes, run the test. Does this serve my core values and objectives? Can I deliver without self-destruction? Will this recipient truly value and reciprocate respect? Any no. Decline, politely but unapologetically. When you commit yes, go all in. Deliver excellence. Generate real transformation. Your yeses become legendary. Your aid sticks. Loyalty forms instead of entitlement. Machiavelli captured it. The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. Sometimes honoring one commitment demands breaking another. Sometimes family goodness requires workplace firmness. Sometimes dream protection disappoints opportunists. Strategic virtue isn't self-centered. It's effective. Drop this. I choose effective kindness. Number 6. The illusion of gratitude. Brace yourself. This shifts how you view humanity. Gratitude has a short shelf life. Favors, sacrifices, support, they fade from memory. Repeated help more. PHS, from gift to duty. Thank you becomes, you should becomes. Why didn't you? Help a friend move, they're overwhelmed with thanks. Again months later, still appreciative but muted. Third time, expectation sets in. Fourth, they don't ask, they assume. Refuse, and you're suddenly disloyal. Human wiring, we habituate to positives. Exceptional becomes ordinary. Your consistent kindness gets downgraded to baseline. People recall benefits extracted from you more than kindness invested in them. This repeats across every domain. Romance, work, family, friendships. The always available become the default solution. The reliable rescuer becomes presumed. Boundary setting, or one-note triggers betrayal accusations. Consistency in kindness ironically erodes its perceived worth. Availability cheapens availability. Free giving invites assumptions of costlessness. This isn't malice, it's human nature adapting expectations upward. Grasp this and stop chasing endless gratitude. Set limits. Let people feel your absence occasionally. Make help occasional and impactful. Machiavelli observed, men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see and few can feel. Current actions dominate. Past kindness vanishes. Drop this, I create lasting impact. Number 7, results over intentions. The world grades on outcomes, never motives. Purest heart, golden intentions. Irrelevant if results flop. History forgets well-meaning failures. It immortalizes effective builders. Ask yourself, prefer remembrance as sweetly nice but ineffective, or tough yet transformative? Most pick nice because it feels comfortable. Reality, pure niceness equals obscurity. Surface kindness delivers fleeting ease. Tough choices forge enduring good. Disciplining a child isn't mean, it's loving preparation. Strict grading isn't cruel, it's real-world readiness. High standards aren't unfair, they forge growth. Authentic goodness chases impact, not applause. Most good people chase likability over effectiveness, comfort over progress, temporary harmony over real advancement. If your goodness yields poor results, it's insufficient goodness. It's mere niceness. Nice avoids fights. Good ends them. Nice flatters. Good confronts. Nice preserves. Good evolves. The planet overflows with nice nobodies. It craves good achievers. Machiavelli's famous line, "The end justifies the means," not license for evil, but reminder that intentions mean nothing without results. People live with consequences, not inside your conscience. Real goodness demands bravery. Prioritize outcomes over optics. Stop, will they approve? Start, will this improve anything? People forget motives. They remember creations, changes, legacies. Drop this, I focus on outcomes. Number 8, legacy and survival. Ultimately, it's about endurance and imprint. History reveres survivors who shaped greatness, not the merely pleasant. Name 5 purely nice historical figures. Tough, but ruthless changemakers. Easy. Steve Jobs wasn't cuddly. He was relentless, exacting, abrasive. Yet his innovations redefined existence for billions, not advocating nastiness, advocating remembrance through impact over agreeability. Legacy truth. You can't improve the world if you're erased first. Survival demands more than goodness. Strategy, resilience, occasional hardness. Kindest souls help no one when exploited into oblivion. Most generous empty themselves prematurely. Truest speakers silenced by liars. Survive, then thrive, then legacy build. Protect yourself to protect others. Strengthen yourself to elevate others. Arm yourself to defend the vulnerable. Not selfish, essential, not heartless, prudent, not rejecting goodness, preserving it for maximum effect. World changers aren't doormats. They set limits, enforce boundaries, decide ruthlessly when required. They know goodness isn't weakness, it's power to choose goodness decisively. Machiavelli's stark wisdom, it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Translation, respect trumps affection. Impact trumps popularity. Results trump emotions. You don't pick good or strong, you master both. But if forced, choose strength. It grants the freedom for goodness that counts. Weakness, even benevolent, breeds victims. We've uncovered massive ground. But the core takeaway, blind goodness, is the ultimate self-sabotage. It invites exploitation. It depletes you to uselessness. It breeds unsustainable demands. It blocks real positive change. But strategic goodness, that a force of survival, influence, transformation. A tool for authentic impact. The bedrock of a meaningful existence and enduring legacy. You now see the hidden toll of naive goodness. You grasp why generosity backfires, why gratitude evaporates, why intentions alone are worthless. More vitally, you know the path. Convert goodness to strength. Practice kindness with intelligence. Help with precision. Deliver results that endure. Before you move on, decide, stick with old, reckless goodness until it breaks you, or adopt the new, strategic, potent, unbreakable. The defining question for your future, will goodness diminish you, or will you master it and forge it into dominance? The knowledge is yours. Choose wisely. If this hit hard and reframed your reality, smash that like button. Want more raw truths that force growth? Subscribe and turn on notifications. Know someone trapped in blind goodness? Share this with them. Your goodness isn't a flaw. Strategically wielded, it becomes your ultimate power. Drop the final affirmation in the comments, I master strategic goodness. Remember, in a world of wolves, never play sheep. Become the shepherd, guarding the flock not with fragility, but with cunning, strategy, and unyielding strength. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.